Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Southeast Tarrant County High School Sports Awards, brought to you by the USA Today Network. Presented by Methodist Mansfield Medical Center.
Welcome. I'm honored to represent Methodist Mansfield Medical Center and all of our healthcare staff who care for patients, save lives, and provide hope and healing to all of those in our community. Throughout this COVID pandemic, our team has saved lives as they've stepped up to help our community in their time of greatest need. Tonight, I'm also honored to recognize all of our student athletes who've persevered this season and stepped up to compete and excel at their sport. You are the best of the best. Congratulations to all of our outstanding athletes.
Talent will always be found. It doesn't matter where you play or where you're from. When you have talent, people will find you.
Some of the biggest names in the world of sports come together to honor the best high school athletes in the country. Alex Morgan, Katie Ledecky, Aaron Rodgers, Sue Bird, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now do you know my name? Yeah, you know, do you know my name? You know, my name is Fire, Fury, Power. My name is Legend. You know, do you know my name? Let's go. My name is Legend.
It's a celebration of athletic excellence from those who know it best. Here are your hosts, Heisman Trophy winner and ESPN analyst Desmond Howard, and the host of NFL Live and SEC Nation, Laura Rutledge.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the show. Tonight, we get to celebrate one of the most passionate and exciting groups in all of sports, the high school athlete.
That's right, Laura. An incredible list of all-star talent has signed on to help recognize these amazing men and women. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, Alex Morgan, Chipper Jones, Sue Bird, Katie Ledecky, and the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal.
I love it. You know, I actually think it's illegal these days to have a sports award without Shaq in it.
I think you're right.
So I'm glad he's on board for our show tonight.
Of course, and the Diesel has something in common with everyone else on this show. At one point or another, we all went to high school.
True, and while the time since high school has been a while, for some more than others, we all still remember the hopes and dreams and even the challenges of that memorable time in our lives.
And tonight, we all return to high school to cover a lot of sports and give out a lot of awards. If two people showed up to cheer for it, and those two people were your parents, we're celebrating it tonight.
So ditch the backpacks and summer reading lists and forget about that pop quiz you bombed in third period French last semester. It's time to celebrate some of the best high school athletes in the area.
Of course, none of this will be possible without the generous support of our sponsors.
And you can't have a celebration this big without a little flexing going on. That's why we have sports broadcaster Abby Labar keeping an eye on the land of the humble brag.
Thanks, Laura. And speaking of bragging, we know you love to, and we love to see it. So tag us in your social posts, share photos and videos from your own celebrations using tonight's hashtags. Posts on Instagram or Twitter will be shown on the social media feed on the show website. Okay, so we know every award show needs a red carpet, and lucky for us, two former college football players agreed to host ours tonight. If you don't know them as football players, well, you probably know them better from another little gig they had. The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, my friends Tyler Cameron and Matt James.
Thanks, Abby. Matt and I are so excited to be here. We got out, got dressed up, and stepped into our freshest kicks to walk the red carpet.
Wait, are those my shoes?
Bro, you put them in my closet. I'm wearing them now.
Tonight we get a chance to salute some show-out high school athletes. So who's handing out the roses? The awards tonight.
Careful now. We talked about this and we let that go. We were playing sports long before our bachelor days, so we know how exciting this must be for you.
But tonight's not about us. It's about the athletes of today. the records they're breaking, the bars they're raising, and the names we'll be reading and remembering in the future.
So, whether or not you win tonight, just know you've already proven to be a top athlete. So congratulations, this red carpet is all for you.
All right, let's get this party started. Back to you, Laurie and Des.
Thanks, guys. I don't know about you, Desmond, but I'm ready to start giving these kids some of their hard-earned awards.
Hey, let's do it. We're going to kick things off in the pool. Here to help us dive right in is one of the most decorated female swimmers in U.S. history, the legendary Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky burst on the competitive swimming scene at 15 years old. At the London Olympics, she took home the gold and the first of many Olympic medals. She's added 4 more golds, 15 world championships, 2 NCAA titles, and a whole bunch of freestyle world records. The recent Stanford grad is back in the pool, training for Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Katie Ledecky talking to all you swimmers and divers out there. I know a lot of the world puts us all together in one big group because we spend half of our time in the pool and the other half of the time trying to get chlorine out of our hair. But we are a very diverse group. Divers launch themselves off of boards and platforms of varying heights, and swimmers employ a bunch of different strokes and distances, each with its own unique demands. That's why I'm here. So I can speak to all of you individuals and tell you the key to success in your water world is to always, always, always keep moving forward. Except, of course, anyone who competes in backstroke or performs back dives. That advice would be very bad for you. You guys keep going backward. That sounded weird. I'm gonna go back in the pool. I'll leave all you divers to your diving and your backstrokers to your backstroking. I'll see you later. Here are the honorees for the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Elise Clift of Mansfield High School.
Elise Clift's varsity career got off to a hot start as she helped Mansfield place 8th in the Class 6A Girls Swimming and Diving State Championship. The freshman won 2 gold medals in the 200 and 500 free during the regional tournament and later recorded 2 ninth-place finishes in states. Clift also led off multiple relay events throughout the season as she emerged as a force to be reckoned with in her freshman year.
Congratulations, Elise. Here are the honorees for the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Jacob de Lagerheim of Mansfield High School.
Jacob de Lagerheim helped lead Mansfield to a 5th place finish in the Class 6A Swimming and Diving Regional Tournament. The senior swimmer took home a bronze medal in the 500 free and placed 5th in the 200 free during regionals, and later placed 7th in the 500 free at the Class 6A State Championship. De Lagerheim is continuing his swimming career with Texas A&M University next season.
Congratulations, Jacob.
If you had to name the sport that most pro athletes choose to play when they're not at their paying gig, it would have to be golf. It doesn't mean they're good at it, but it doesn't mean they're as bad as Charles Barkley either. But we decided to tap someone who makes their living driving for show and putting for dough. Here's Ryan Palmer with the Golf Awards.
4-time champion Ryan Palmer is no stranger to success. On the PGA Tour, where every week is a battle of attrition, he's taken home 4 tour victories, 11 runners-up, 67 top 10 finishes, including 2 in the majors.
Hey all you golfers out there. PGA Tour winner Ryan Palmer here to hand out the Golf Awards. But before I do, I want to point out something about golf compared to other sports. Listen, I get it. There's no buzzer beating golf. No one is throwing the ball 100 miles an hour at you, and no one is going to smash into you at the top of your swing and throw you to the ground. That's all true, but there's something awesome about golf that you can't find in a lot of other sports. If you got a couple of hours to spare, you can play on the same courses that Tiger, Phil, myself, Annika and MB, or even Rory and DJ play on. Try shooting hoops with your friends at Madison Square Garden, or play 9 innings at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Let's hear it for the game of golf, where legendary venues are open to all. Here are your honorees for the Female Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are
And the Southeast Tarrant County Female Golfer of the Year is Madison Lay of Mansfield High School. Madison Lay's strong season helped to pace the Mansfield girls golf team to a 5th place finish in the state tournament. The junior tied for 23rd individually in states and 6th in the regional tournament, during which Mansfield placed in 2nd. Lay also recorded a 3rd place finish in the district tournament and was named first team all-district and all-region as Mansfield girls golf excelled in the southeastern Tarrant County area. Congratulations, Madison.
Here are your honorees for the Male Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Male Golfer of the Year is Mason Crismer of Mansfield High School.
Mason Crismer stepped up in the big moments as the Mansfield boys golf team earned a state tournament berth and top 3 regional tournament finish. The junior placed 8th individually during the regional tournament while helping to lead the team to place 3rd. Crismer was named second team all-district as Mansfield emerged as the top golf team in southeastern Tarrant County.
Congratulations, Mason.
Carrie Walsh-Jennings here. Stick around. Volleyball's coming up soon.
At Methodist Mansfield, we've spent the last 14 years taking care of people in our ER. Virtually every type of emergency you can imagine. From major trauma to marbles lodged in little noses. And while we're proud of our level 3 trauma status and our top patient satisfaction rating, we're even prouder to have safely cared for over 600,000 of our neighbors. And knowing that each one of them trusts Methodist ER.
A lot of sports have similar concepts and equipment, boundaries, balls, and scoreboards, name a few. But there are 2 that make use of sand. One is golf, where it's to be avoided, and the other is beach volleyball, where it's embraced in all its gritty glory. Here to lend a hand with our volleyball awards is someone who knows achieving greatness is no day at the beach, Carrie Walsh-Jennings.
Carrie Walsh-Jennings, also known as 6 Feet of Sunshine, is covered in Olympic gold. The 42-year-old SoCal standout is the most decorated beach volleyball player in Olympic history. She and her former teammate Misty May Traynor won 3 gold medals and 5 world championships, earning the title the greatest beach volleyball team of all time.
Hey everybody, Carrie Walsh-Jennings here. I know this looks like a volleyball, but in reality, it's a ticket to your future. Because the lessons you learn hitting this sucker around will come in handy down the road. Things like teamwork, determination, goal setting. You're going to need all of those skills. And then, there are the friends you make with this. Ones you'll have for the rest of your life. Priceless. So don't think of it as just a volleyball. Think of it as your secret weapon for success. And your honorees for Volleyball Player of the Year are and the finalists are And the Southeast Tarrant County Female Volleyball Player of the Year is Bryn Williams of Mansfield High School.
Bryn Williams finished her junior season as the District 11 6A MVP after helping the Mansfield volleyball team reach the regional quarterfinals. The outside hitter was named to the All-State team after a high-performing year for Mansfield. Williams has pledged to continue her volleyball career at Texas Tech University upon graduation.
Congratulations, Bryn.
Not all of our awards are sports-specific. There are a few that draw their lists of exceptional candidates from across the athletic spectrum. The first of those is our I Am Sport Award. This award spotlights student athletes who have taken a leadership role outside of competition, volunteering their help to improve their communities. And to present it, we have the truly amazing athlete and mental health advocate, Imani McGee-Stafford.
Imani was selected 10th overall in the 2016 WNBA draft by the Chicago Sky. But while she was a student at the University of Texas, she shared her very personal story. From the ages of 8 to 12, Imani was abused by a relative. That trauma led her to attempt to take her own life multiple times. Like so many others carrying painful secrets, she thought she was the only one. But through counseling and writing, she changed her life.
Imani has stepped away from professional sports to pursue a law degree, but nothing has stopped her from speaking out against the stigma long associated with those in need of mental health services. Her bravery has helped so many people she's never met. Much like the nominees of the I Am Sport Award, who share her passion for helping others, here she is, Imani McGee-Stafford.
Hey, all you athletes out there. Guess what? We all have something in common. When we practice, we get to see very clearly the fruits of our labor. Doesn't matter if it's measured in inches or seconds, pounds or points, velocity or victories, we can clearly see how we are improving. But there's so many people out there who have a hard time seeing any improvement in their day-to-day lives. Just like we are helped by coaches, teachers, teammates, and family to reach our potential in our sport, we need to help others reach their potential in life. And I am proud to see that so many of you are out there doing just that. The I Am Sport Award is our way to say thank you for all of your efforts. You are showing that high school athletes can give more to their communities than their signature win over a rival team. They can give hope. And the I Am Sport Award goes to Zaria Carter of Mansfield High School.
Zaria Carter is a servant leader in the community. She volunteers hours at her church and with the team during visits to the local nursing home. Zaria is a standout student athlete and has been named Academic All-State and All-District. Athletically, Zaria has been named the MVP of the Lady Tiger basketball team for the past 3 years, as well as first-team All-District. She is a well-rounded student athlete and community leader.
Congratulations, Zaria. And the I Am Sport Award goes to Megan Morris of Mansfield High School.
Megan Morris has led a soccer clothing drive for the people of Liberia. She also gives back to her fellow classmates as a senior class officer and through serving on the superintendent's leadership and advisory council. She received the Top Jaguar Award her sophomore and junior years. Megan continues to put others first through service, and her leadership has earned her the 2021 I Am Sport Award.
Congratulations, Megan.
There are some athletes today who have been so dominant, you only have to say their first name for everyone to know who you're talking about. They become celebrities, giants of their sport.
That's right. Our next presenter was an athlete like that during her long career. She made her mark as a teenager, practically ruled at Wimbledon, and was still taking home major titles at the age of 49. The name Navratilova will be in the record books for years to come. But for so many of us, all you have to say is Martina.
Martina Navratilova is one of the most dominant players to ever swing a racket. Born in the former Czechoslovakia, the former world #1, claimed 18 Grand Slam singles titles, added to her 31 doubles and 10 mixed doubles. 59 major titles are the most by any player, male or female, in the Open era.
Hey everybody, Martina Navratilova here. To tell you that you picked a great sport to play in high school. Because it's a sport that you can play your whole life. I mean, look at me. I'm still out there on the court all the time, playing for hours, and I'm like 60. Never mind, you can see by my hair how old I am. My hair is thinning. But anyway, I don't know why I did that. Because you guys can just Google my name and kind of figure out how old I am and then Instagram me about it, whatever. Anyway, all the effort that you are putting in now, it can pay dividends well past your competitive playing days. Remember, you can love other sports, but tennis is the only sport where love is literally part of the game. Here are the honorees for the Female Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Female Tennis Player of the Year is Sadie Binns of Mansfield High School.
Sadie Binns combined with teammate Reese Williford to reach the doubles quarterfinal of the girls tennis regional tournament. The Mansfield senior first recorded a district title with Williford in girls doubles, riding 4 straight set victories to the first place finish. Binns and Williford were the lone girls tennis players in Southeast Tarrant County to earn a spot in the regionals to close out their season.
Congratulations, Sadie. Here are the honorees for the Male Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Male Tennis Player of the Year is Benjamin Dalton of Lake Ridge High School.
Benjamin Dalton was one of the lone boys tennis players in the area to earn a spot in the regional tournament. The junior finished as the men's singles runner-up in the district tournament to lead the boys' Lake Ridge team to a second-place finish in the competition overall.
Congratulations, Benjamin.
Bruce Springsteen once topped the charts with his iconic album, Born to Run. But for this ultra marathon man, those aren't words that you sing. Those are words you live by. Presenting the awards for cross country, Dean Karnazes.
Dean Karnazes, the legendary Badwater Ultramarathon champion, running 135 miles through Death Valley in 124-degree heat. He later ran a marathon at the South Pole. This superhuman and best-selling author has run 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days.
Hey guys, Dean Karnazes here to talk a little cross country. But first, a quick confession. I only ran cross country as a freshman in high school. Our team won the state championships and I figured that I couldn't top that, so I stopped running. Until later in life. Now I've raced and competed on all 7 continents. But enough about me. This is about you guys, the best cross country runners from across the country. Here are the honorees for the Female Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Female Cross Country Runner of the Year is Ava Crisafulli of Legacy High School.
Ava has marked the first 2 years of her tenure on the Mansfield Legacy Cross Country team with back-to-back district titles. The sophomore narrowly beat out her closest competitor by less than 2 seconds as Mansfield Legacy finished second in the district meet. Tressa Foley concluded her season with a 48th-place finish in the state championship, during which she recorded her best time of the season.
Congratulations, Ava. Here are the honorees for the Male Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Male Cross Country Runner of the Year is Jackson Sheehan of Summit High School.
Jackson concluded his senior season on the Mansfield Summit Cross Country team with his second district title. Jackson first won the district championship as a sophomore, and this year beat out his closest competitor by an impressive 37 seconds. The senior also finished 10th in the state championship while setting a personal best time in the 5-kilometer meet.
Congratulations, Jackson.
We have loved seeing how you are celebrating. Thank you for posting and letting us celebrate with you. Keep posting on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtags for a chance to win an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight. Now let's hear from some honorees with our friends, Matt and Tyler.
Thanks, Abby. One thing you could say about us athletes is some of us tend to be a little superstitious.
Some eat the same thing before every game. Some listen to the same music. Some people even wear the same socks for every game for years.
Really? Bro, those Sam's Club socks?
Come on, bro.
The thick cotton ones?
I know, but we had socks from our school. You wouldn't wear them. You would stink up the whole place because you wouldn't even wash them. You'd forget to wash them. You still do that same thing in my apartment.
In any case, we want to hear from some of the greats. Let's see what they've done to lock in the wins.
I think I used to have like a ton of rituals. Well, I'm a pitcher, and so we're kind of known for being a little different.
I had my special hair ties. I would have to shower before every competition.
I've always had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I played.
I pretty much just put on my right sock before my left sock, my left shoe before my right shoe. I never touched the lines. I always warmed up 27 minutes before game time.
But my one, I guess, like pregame ritual would be that I always pass with one particular teammate, Lauren Meyer.
I didn't have any rituals or lucky anything, and I tried to stay away from those things because luck scares me.
There are some things in certain playlists that might last an entire season, or you might listen to a certain playlist that you made and lose or have a bad game, and that thing gets erased pretty quickly.
I do 3 claps on the blocks, typically before I start my race.
Like if I do something before a workout, before a competition, and I notice that I had a good day, I now have to do said thing until the meet is done.
Obviously all rituals are a mental thing, but they were a big part of my preparation.
Kind of like Dumbo's feather. Like you don't need the feather to fly. You have it within you.
30 minutes before game time, yeah, it's embarrassing. 4 chocolate chip cookies and an orange Powerade.
Well, that certainly was educational. Whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Desmond? I would think a Heisman Trophy winner would have some good pregame rituals. Did you do anything?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty silly and goofy, but I used to put everything on in the same particular order. No matter if we're home or away, like the right sock and the left sock. You know, it's just, I know it's ridiculous. I do it now, even when I put on my suit.
You put your suit on in that particular order that you used to put your uniform on today? That's what you did?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, that was very good. So moving on, let's get to our next set of awards.
You can't have a high school sports awards show without showing some love to all the bands out there.
Yes, they inspire their teams, energize their fans, and are as vital to high school athletics as uniforms and sports drinks. The Best Band Fan Favorite Award is voted on by the community and gives us a chance to give it up for the bands. Here are your honorees. Here are your finalists. And the winner is...
The Timberview Band presents an imaginative show year over year. They are loud in the stands and keep the fans energetic. They truly are the spirit of Mansfield.
Congratulations, great job.
When you're on the track, you know records are made to be broken, and legends can be made in a fraction of a second. That's why you always have to come with your best. You never know when it's your time to make your mark and when the world is watching.
And the world definitely watched our next presenter. He remains the only man to win gold in the 200 and 400 at the same Olympics. The one and only legendary sprinter, Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. This Texan dominated sprinting for most of the 90s. Of his 16 major international medals, not a single one isn't gold. After becoming the first and only man to defend an Olympic 400-meter title in Sydney, and to this day, the U.S. records in the 200, 300, and 400 meters still bear his name.
Hey everybody, Michael Johnson here to help celebrate the amazing achievements of the athletes from the friendliest sport there is, track and field. I know all those other sports will be mad that I said that, but think about it. When most sports have teams come together to compete, they call it a game. Some call it a match. But when we compete, where do we do it? At a meet. You can't get much more friendly than a meet as far as competition goes. Speaking of which, it's time to meet our honorees. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Female Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Christine Mallard of Legacy High School.
Christine Mallard put up one of the best times in the nation in the 200 race this season as she finished second in the state tournament in the event. The junior is among the best in the nation in the 200 and 100 races, the latter of which she placed sixth in states. Mallard's 2 district titles and 2 second-place finishes in regionals helped Mansfield Legacy place as runner-up in the district and 4th in the regional tournament.
Congratulations, Christine. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Jackson Chihon of Summit High School.
Jackson Chihon is taking home top athlete honors in both cross country and track and field after recording a personal best time and meet record in the 800 regional meet race. The senior was undefeated throughout the season in the 800 race until the state meet, where he recovered from a near fall for a 3rd place finish. Chihon also won 2 cross-country district titles during his time with Summit and will continue his career at UT Arlington next season.
Congratulations, Jackson.
It is called the beautiful game. And we're 3.5 billion soccer fans, that's right, billion with a B, around the world. I think you have a hard time arguing with that description.
Just like no one can argue that Alex Morgan is one of the most accomplished players, man or woman, in the history of the U.S. national team, and the perfect choice to present our soccer awards.
When Alex Morgan steps on the pitch, it is game on. With a knack for late-game heroics, Morgan's goal in extra time in the semifinals of the London Olympics helped propel the U.S. to gold. She would go on to win the World Cup in 2014 and 19.
Hey everybody, Alex Morgan here. I've been so fortunate with all the things I've been able to do thanks to soccer. And you might be looking wide-eyed at that list of accomplishments, so it might surprise you to know that in this interaction we are having right now, I'm the envious one. I'm not kidding, because you guys are in or just finished high school, and I absolutely loved my time in high school. It was Dunbar High School in Southern California. Go Brahmas! Our colors were purple and gold, and our cheer was loud and proud. Yeah, that stuff stays with you. I'm envious because high school is special. You guys have your whole life ahead of you, which is scary, but also really exciting at the same time. So congrats on all your accolades, and just try to really enjoy the ride. Your older self will thank you, trust me. Here are your honorees for the Female Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Female Soccer Player of the Year is Cameron Lancaster of Lake Ridge High School.
Cameron Lancaster was one of Southeast Tarrant County's most impactful players as she helped lead the Mansfield Lake Ridge girls soccer team to the regional tournament semifinal. The senior midfielder was named district MVP and was first team all-region as Lake Ridge finished first in the district. Lancaster, who is also invited to the exclusive U.S. Soccer Youth National Team Regional ID Camp, will continue her soccer career with Texas Christian University next season.
Congrats, Cameron. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Male Soccer Player of the Year is Selden Kurkutovich of Legacy High School.
Selden Koratovic earned district MVP honors as he helped lead the Mansfield Legacy boys soccer team to a second-place finish in the district. The senior captain was also named second-team All-State in Texas as he was second among his Broncos teammates in goals scored and first in assists. Koratovic was Mansfield Legacy's reliable offensive leader as evidenced by his accolade-filled season and varsity career.
Congratulations, Selden.
Hey guys, it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'll be handing off some football awards in just a bit. Maybe I'll be saying your name, so stick around to find out.
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some apps.
Let's do it.
It's as easy as that. Let us refill for you.
There you go, guys.
Wow, that was so fast. Thank you so
Enjoy.
much.
All right, cheers, guys.
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
No one likes waiting in long lines or missing the big moments.
Did I miss anything? No. That was quick. I know, right?
Do you want a beer? Yeah.
We're making it easier for you to get back to what you love without missing a single minute. Refill.
Did I miss anything?
You know, sometimes scoreboards and record books don't tell the entire story. And it's a team that doesn't win the title that everyone remembers.
The Top Team Fan Favorite Award recognizes teams who exceeded expectations and uplifted their fans regardless of their final record. For this award, each community nominates and votes for the most inspiring team from their area. Here are your honorees. Here are your finalists. And the winner is
Lake Ridge High School volleyball team. This group of girls defines overachievers. They were plagued with early injuries, but time and time again, the girls stepped up and performed for overall team success. It is because of this selflessness, senior leadership, and holding each other accountable that they were able to accomplish so much and be recognized as the Top Team Fan Favorite.
Congratulations, great job.
Now, Laurie, you know they say defense wins championships. I know you won't get any argument about that from our next presenter. But even if you did, I'm pretty sure you'd let him win that argument.
Yeah, I'd sure stay out of his way. Also, those people haven't met you. But anyway, here to present the Defensive Football Player of the Year is TJ Watt.
TJ Watt, the youngest in an NFL family dynasty, was drafted in the first round by the Steelers in 2017 and became the first rookie to start at linebacker for the Black and Gold in more than 30 years. He has earned 3 Pro Bowl selections, led the league in sacks in 2020, and is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year finalist.
Hey everybody, it's TJ Watt, giving some much-deserved props to the defenders out there. We all know that the offense is the one everybody likes to talk about and read about during the season. But over the long haul, history looks back kindly on those who defend. Think about it. The heroes of the Alamo, they were defenders. The iconic and beloved lawyer Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, defender. Even one of the early super popular video games back in the 80s was called, you guessed it, Defender. And how would you describe a talented player on the other side of the ball? You call them offensive, like a bad smell or a horrendous outfit. like that uncle who always jokes weirdly at Christmas. So keep doing what you're doing out there on the field. People may go nuts for the quarterbacks today, but they'll always remember you defenders for years to come. Here are your honorees for the Defensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are in the Southeast Tarrant County Defensive Football Player of the Year is Cameron Washington of Summit High School.
Cameron Washington was an anchor in Manfield Summit's defense as the team made its run to the state semifinals. The senior defensive lineman totaled 15 sacks and 27 tackles for loss in 9 games this past season. Washington is set to continue his football career next season with Sam Houston State.
Congratulations, Cameron.
A big thanks to TJ Watt for helping us out with the defense. And before we move on to offense, I was thinking, Desmond, if I could get you, TJ, and our next presenter on my flag football team, I could go ahead and just plan the victory dinner before the season even started.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, man, I love to run routes for this guy. His accuracy and creativity as a signal caller make him a receiver's dream.
So more of my flag football team later, but he is one of the best and has certainly carved out a place for his name in the record books. Here to present is legendary quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Super Bowl champion Aaron Rodgers holds the league's lowest career interception percentage and the highest single-season passer rating in history. The 9-time Pro Bowl selection was also named the NFL's most valuable player last season, the 3rd MVP trophy of his illustrious career.
Hey everybody, Aaron Rodgers here to hand out some awards to incredibly deserving high school football players. Of course, that got me thinking about all the things I love about our sport. One of the most underrated aspects of football, the terminology. I mean, we got the blitz, the bomb, the sack, wild card. We spike, we trap, we fly, we Hail Mary from time to time. Those are fun. No offense to other sports, but while they dribble or bunt, we hit the hole and shoot the gap. They can't stand tall with the Statue of Liberty or transform a turnover into a touchdown with the fumble-rooski. So what do you say? We get in victory formation as we salute some amazing athletes from the gridiron. Here are the honorees for the Offensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Offensive Football Player of the Year is Hal Presley of Summit High School.
Hal Presley's explosive play helped lead the Mansfield Summit football team to the 5A Division I state semifinals. As a senior, Presley had 32 catches and 13 touchdowns. Presley is set to continue his football career next season with Auburn University.
Congratulations, Hal.
We all have that person we look to for inspiration that drives us to be better, that in turn helps us become an example for somebody else.
And the cycle keeps repeating. Let's take a moment to hear about some of the people who've inspired athletes at every level.
Hey guys, we're back. So let's talk about role models.
Being that person who inspires others is what it's all about. It's one of the main reasons why we started ABC Food Tours, to share experiences, become mentors, and help kids in our communities.
I mean, it's one of my favorite things we do. Give back to the kids, have fun with them, learn from them, teach them a little bit. Nothing better.
Yeah, it's been super rewarding. It's a lot of the lessons that I thought that I'd be teaching these kids is what I've learned
from them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so mentoring, you learn a lot by giving, but you also learn a lot by receiving.
Exactly.
Even the pros have role models. Let's hear who inspired them and who they looked up to.
My role model was Lisa Fernandez. Her standard of excellence was so high.
Peekaboo Street was mine, and without her, I don't know if I would be where I am, so I'm very, very grateful to her.
My role model is Alex Morgan.
My parents inspire me because they raised 3 strong daughters.
My role model growing up was Cal Ripken. He was the all-around player. He was the Rookie of the Year. He was an MVP. He was a world champion. all things that I wanted to accomplish in my career.
My fiance Megan is also a little bit of my role model, just to see how she carries herself. I have a front row seat to it.
I tried to change it to a real model.
I look up to people who are authentic.
You know, I always tell kids it's good to admire somebody. If you like what they do, steal it.
My role model are my parents and siblings.
My role model is my father.
Both of my parents. Going back from day one, driving us all around, both of my brothers and I.
My older brother was a great athlete, and I was always chasing after him.
I think the memory of my mom, because she was always so kind and so smart.
The military and their effect they had on me in my rehab.
You hope that as an athlete you can have a positive impact on the community, and there's ways you do it vocally, through social media today, and most importantly through action in the community.
And so to potentially be that for somebody else obviously is an amazing feeling.
Chipper Jones here. Let's see who really knocked it out of the park this year. Coming up right after this.
At Methodist Mansfield, we've spent the last 14 years taking care of people in our ER. Virtually every type of emergency you can imagine, from major trauma to marbles lodged in little noses. And while we're proud of our level 3 trauma status and our top patient satisfaction rating, we're even prouder to have safely cared for over 600,000 of our neighbors, and knowing that each one of them trusts Methodist ER.
Softball might be the most misnamed sport there is. First off, the ball isn't soft at all. Just ask anyone who's ever been hit by one. Secondly, pitchers routinely hurl it over 70 miles an hour, standing only 43 feet from home plate. So don't confuse softball for being soft. To present our next set of awards, here's legendary pitcher Jennie Finch.
An icon of the diamond, Jennie Finch caught the nation's attention pitching the University of Arizona to a national championship in 2001. 3 years later, she was on the world stage, helping lead Team USA to the gold medal at the Athens Olympics. She would later collect a silver medal in Beijing and go on to boast an outstanding pro career on her way to the National Softball Hall of Fame.
Hey everybody, Jennie Finch here with a question for all you softball players out there. Why can't they make a great sports movie about women's softball? Is it really that hard? I mean, our smaller sphered cousin baseball has tons of them. Sure, there is that comedy All-Stars, but that's really more about the parents than it is about the players. Even A League of Their Own is about women's baseball, where there is no crying, not softball. It makes no sense. Our sport provides plenty of drama. I don't know about you, but I've met some unforgettable characters in and around the diamond. And you have a built-in audience dying to see their sport up on the silver screen. So for any of you softball players out there with a mile-wide creative streak, start gathering some fun stories, start putting together some characters, and getting them down on paper. And let's see if we can make a movie about the greatest sport in the world, softball. And while we wait for that, let's give out some awards. Here are your honorees for the Softball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Softball Player of the Year is Tia Warsop of Lake Ridge High School.
Tia Warsop was both an offensive and defensive force as she helped lead the Mansfield Lake Ridge softball team to the second round of the regional tournament. The sophomore outfielder was Lake Ridge's offensive leader in 2021, while also being named the Defensive Player of the Year in the district. Warsop was also named to the Great Britain Under-22 and Under-18 national teams, her second straight year of recognition.
Congratulations, Tia.
In 1936, Major League Baseball became the first professional sport in North America to establish a Hall of Fame as a way to remember the greats of the game from every generation. Induction to the Hall is seen as the highest honor of an extraordinary player's remarkable career. To present our baseball awards is first ballot Hall of Famer Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones was selected by the Atlanta Braves as the #1 overall pick in 1990 and went on to become a mainstay in a Braves dynasty that claimed 11 consecutive division crowns and a World Series title. He captured 2 Silver Slugger awards and was the National League MVP in 1999.
Hey everybody, can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of this presentation to all you hardworking baseball players out there. I also want to say how impressed I am at all the stats you guys use these days. Y'all have a measure for everything. When I was playing, we didn't talk much about range factors or wins above replacement or bequeathed runners scored. Heck, we didn't even know what bequeath was. The only time we ever talked about launch angle was if we happened to see the space shuttle taking off. And exit velocity was how fast the fans left after big loss. But by embracing all the statistical analysis, you're getting new insights into this great game. You're also probably getting a lot better scores on your math tests, so keep up the good work. And don't let your BABIP affect your WOBA, whatever that means. Here are your honorees for the Baseball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Baseball Player of the Year is Caden Vogel of Legacy High School.
Caden Vogel was among the top players in the area on the mound and at the plate as he helped lead the Mansfield Legacy baseball team to the regional quarterfinal round. The senior pitcher and infielder was a dual threat hitting and strikeout machine as the Broncos finished atop their district. Vogel has committed to play baseball at Weatherford Junior College.
Congratulations, Caden.
Many of the athletes featured tonight will continue their athletic careers in college.
But our next presenter's talents were so prodigious that the professional leagues couldn't wait. To hand out our basketball awards, we have the big ticket himself, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, dubbed Mr. Basketball USA in 1995, was the first player drafted by the NBA straight out of high school in more than 20 years. This 15-time All-Star earned MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors and an Olympic gold medal. Here he is, the big ticket himself.
Hey, KG here. I know all you girls and guys have worked really hard in high school. I've totally earned all the props and recognition you're getting. But no matter how long you play this game, know one thing, they will never teach you at any point along the way is how to give out awards. I tell you right now, it's not easy. It's great that our country is a melting pot and we have people from all over. But that also means that the names can be pronounced a million different ways. So be kind to the big ticket, if you will. If I accidentally mispronounce your name or if I don't get your name right perfectly, I mean, no disrespect. I have just seen these winners' names and I'm gonna try my best, okay? So let's get to it. Here are some honorees for the Female Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are the Southeast Tarrant County Female Basketball Player of the Year is Savannah Catalan of Legacy High School.
Savannah Catalan led Legacy High in scoring with more than 16 points per game to be named the best player in Southeast Tarrant County. Only a sophomore, she has already scored more than 1,000 points in her career.
Congratulations, Savannah. And now for the ballers on the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Male Basketball Player of the Year is Jarrett Washington of Timberview High School.
Whether it was knocking down a clutch free throw in the playoffs or scoring 18 points in a regular season matchup, Jared Washington, a junior from Timberview High, proved his mettle as the top player in Southeast Tarrant County. In the postseason, he was awarded MVP honors in District 8-5A, and he will be back for another next season.
Congratulations, Jared.
Courage truly means so many things. Overcoming challenges is the very essence of sports. But there are times when adversity comes after the whistles have blown and the horns have sounded, and it's devastating. The Courage Award is given to an athlete who has faced tremendous hardship, and through their strength and tenacity, were able to rise above it.
Courage means getting up after you've been knocked down. Failure is refusing to get up. Courage is getting up and doing something about it.
Courage means being uncomfortable and being okay with that.
Be willing to take a chance and maybe go against the flow.
To put yourself on the line for something.
I was always taught that courage means doing the right thing when no one's looking.
Courage means stepping out of your comfort zone.
Courage means you're fearless.
Courage means facing your fears and saying, I'm not scared of you.
Courage means doing the right thing all the time, not just when people are watching.
Courage can mean that you're just not afraid to make mistakes.
Not the absence of fear, but I think confronting your fears.
One of my favorite quotes is by Mary Radmacher. It says, courage does not always roar. Some days, courage is the little voice that says, I'll try again tomorrow.
In 2018, a traumatic on-field leg injury threatened to end Alex Smith's professional football career and his life. After 17 surgeries, a lethal infection, and 2 years of grueling rehab, he stepped back into the huddle to help lead the Washington football team to an improbable playoff berth. Here to honor our recipient and present the 2021 Courage Award is a man who is no stranger to hardship himself, 2020 NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith.
There are a lot of ways to define courage. For me, courage is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. And the grace exhibited by our Courage Award winner is something to behold. Courage can be found overcoming a sudden and traumatic event, or conquering a lifelong condition in ways the rest of us can't even imagine. What makes this athlete truly amazing is that they shared their very difficult, very personal story in order to help the next person who has the same brutal hill to climb. They found a way to turn courage into something shared, something inspiring, something beautiful. And the recipient of the Courage Award for the Southeast Tarrant County is Bailey Smith of Mansfield Lake Ridge High School.
Death of friends or family is hard to deal with at any age, let alone in high school. For Bailey Smith of Mansfield Lake Ridge High School, not only did she have to deal with the death of one person close to her, but two people special in her life. Despite suffering terrible loss, she handled it with grace and poise beyond her teenage years. Smith, a senior, is a 4-year member of the Lady Eagle basketball program. However, her story dates back to her freshman year, when the Mansfield Lake community, one of their freshmen, Sydney Fulcher, was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. Sydney wasn't just a teammate of Bailey's, she was her best friend. As Sydney battled courageously, Bailey was next to her every step of the way. Whether it be carrying her book bag, helping her to class, or assisting her at lunch, Bailey was right next to her. Sadly, Sydney lost her battle with cancer. But just like she was in life, Bailey was right next to her in death when she spoke at her funeral. At this time, Bailey was not only dealing with the loss of her best friend, but she was also coping with the news that her father, Billy, had thyroid cancer. Unfortunately, tragedy struck twice for Bailey. In 2019, Bailey and the Mansfield Lake community lost Billy, who is also a beloved football coach. Despite going through two tragic and heart-wrenching losses in her life, Bailey's work ethic and attitude, both on and off the court, never wavered. Her coach describes her smile as one that lights up a room. It can even be seen on the court in the middle of an intense game. Throughout the tragedy she suffered, Bailey continued to thrive. She graduated from Lake Mansfield in the spring and will be attending Wiley College and plans to major in mass communications.
Hey high school sports fans, it's the Big Aristotle here to present some of the biggest awards of the night. So stick around. I've been preparing all week. I really hope I make Miss Swan proud. That's my fourth grade teacher. Definitely don't want to end up in detention again.
We've seen so many outstanding individual achievements in all different sports from this past school year. But now we focus on the heart of high school athletics, the team. And a crucial ingredient for success at any level, the coach.
And to present our awards for the best team and best coach, please welcome someone who is no stranger to success, legendary coach Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer has found success at every stop of his coaching career, including 2 national championships. He's the winner of multiple National Coach of the Year awards, and this fall, he'll make his NFL debut as head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi guys, we know that good coaches and teams of this world are judged by the wins and losses. But we all know that there's a lot more behind the scenes. Strategy, teaching, training, and a lot of pushing. But a coach excels when his or her team truly comes together as one. And you know it doesn't matter what sport you play. There really is nothing like being part of an exceptional team. It's never easy, of course. Nothing worthwhile ever is. The hours and hours of practice, the growth of a unit, going through all the ups and downs, the highs and lows of a season together. When you become a great team, a special bond forms between the players, the coaches, and the support staff. That's like nothing else I've ever felt. Yes, there's some magic needed to make great coaches and great teams, but don't take this old coach's word for it. Let's hear from some athletes who know a thing or two about winning.
A good teammate accepts you as you are, yet challenges you to become even better because they see the best in you.
A good teammate is someone who wants the same amount of success for you as they do themselves.
A good teammate is unselfish.
Somebody who always stays positive.
The way you grow, the way your game grows, the way your IQ grows, a lot of times is off the basis of how you're coached.
A good coach is consistent.
A good coach is someone that can motivate you to do things that your mind doesn't even think you can do.
Good coaches understand that their role is not just to coach, but to teach, to inspire, and motivate an athlete.
Okay guys, they really did say it best. But now let's give out some awards to some who've proven they know what it takes to come together as a team and bring home the wins. Here are your finalists for the Team of the Year. In the Southeast Tarrant County, Team of the Year is the Mansfield Summit football team.
The Mansfield Summit football team went on a historic run this season on its way to an appearance in the State 5A Division I semifinals. The Jaguars turned a 4th place district finish into a statement-making postseason stretch that left the team just 1 game shy of the state championship game. Summit was anchored by Southeast Tarrant offensive and defensive football players of the year in Hal Presley and Cameron Washington, as the team rallied for a regional championship and emerged as the surprise of the playoffs.
Congratulations guys, awesome season and best of luck in the fall.
Coach of the Year, presented by Methodist Mansfield Medical Center.
Coach of the Year is one of the most praiseworthy salutes of the entire 2021 season, and Methodist Mansfield is proud to sponsor this award that defines the best coach by more than just a win-loss record. A coach has to be a lot of different things to a lot of different people that extends well beyond the locker room and game night. It's the coach who brings the student athletes together to cross the finish line. It's the coach that shows up every day and cares for everyone on their team with grace and class. Not every day is easy, but when we do it together and take care of one another, we are all winners.
Now for the Coach of the Year, and the finalists are and the Southeast Tarrant County Coach of the Year is Kenny Patton, head coach for the Mansfield girls basketball team.
Kenny Patton earned District Coach of the Year honors for her historic season leading the Mansfield girls basketball team. The Lady Tigers won their first playoff game in 14 years, in their first postseason appearance in 9 years under Patton's leadership. Patton was also named the Dean Weiss Outstanding Coach for Class 6A Region 2 to complete her 15 years with the school and 4 years as head coach on a high note.
Congratulations, Coach. Way to finish in style.
The male and female Athlete of the Year have turned in tremendous performances this year and are excellent examples to all sports fans, and especially our kids, that hustle, determination, and teamwork are what wins. And that is why Methodist Mansfield is proud to sponsor the best of the best top male and female Athlete of the Year. Methodist Mansfield Medical Center has been the title sponsor since 2019. We appreciate the positive effect that playing sports has on our kids, and that's why we support sports at all levels.
All right, guys, the moment we have all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the top male and female athletes of the year. These are exemplary athletes who have stolen the spotlight, dominated the season, and shown what it means to be unstoppable.
To give us a helping hand with the female athlete of the year is the all-time assist leader in WNBA history, the great Sue Bird.
Sue Bird has been a basketball superstar for more than 25 years. She earned the Naismith College Player of the Year and a 3-time Nancy Lieberman Award winner. Bird was the #1 pick of the 2002 WNBA draft, an 11-time All-Star, 2 NCAA championships, 4 WNBA crowns, 4 Olympic gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cup titles, plus a dozen or so International League titles. Female Athlete of the Year, presented by Methodist Mansfield Medical Center.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. We've arrived at my favorite part of the show. Female Athlete of the Year brings together the best of the best, all in one award. It's kind of like that scene in Endgame when all the female heroes assemble, only instead of lasers, swords, and tricked out suits, you gals have sports equipment. But you get the idea. The point is, you have all excelled in your individual sports. You have all overcome obstacles standing between you and success. And you all have earned our lasting admirations. So really, there is no downside here. Just one of you gets a little bit more of an upside. But you all leave tonight winners. All right, let's meet our finalists for Female Athlete of the Year.
Savannah Catalan, a sophomore from Legacy High School. Christine Mallard, a junior from Legacy High School. Bryn Williams, a junior from Mansfield High School.
And the Southeast Tarrant County Female Athlete of the Year is Bryn Williams of Mansfield High School.
Bryn Williams is your Southeast Tarrant County Female Athlete of the Year after a dominating performance as a junior. The outside hitter led the way as the Mansfield volleyball team reached the regional quarterfinals. Williams was named to the All-State team after a high-performing year for the 20-3 Mansfield squad. In 2020, she was named to the American Volleyball Coaches Association Phenom Watch List, recognizing the top underclassmen in the country. Williams has one more year on the Texas volleyball courts before continuing her volleyball and education career at Texas Tech University.
Congratulations, Bryn.
Now let's meet the contenders for Male Athlete of the Year. With so much incredible talent on display, we needed somebody of equal stature. So our final presenter of the night needs no introduction.
Yeah, but we're gonna give him one anyway, because if we don't, I know he'll call us out and he'd say, "Hey, there's Rutledge, why did you throw Jesus some love?"
Wow.
So here to present our final award of the night, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle himself, is feared by opponents and loved by millions. Shaq's combination of size, speed, and strength led to 4 NBA championship rings, an MVP title, 15 All-Star Game appearances, an Olympic gold medal, and a first ballot invite to the Hall of Fame. Male Athlete of the Year, presented by Methodist Mansfield Medical Center.
What's up, everybody? Diesel in the house, representing for all the major athletes out there in high school. It's time to give out the Best Male Athlete Award. Anytime somebody wants to put the word best next to your name, that is a major sign of respect. It means they know you do hard work to be great, but also you pay attention to detail. It means you rise to the occasion when your team really needs it. It means you make your parents proud. So let's give it up for the male athletes who are vying for the title of the best. And the finalists for the Male Athlete of the Year are
Jackson Chihong, a senior from Summit High School. Selden Korkotovic, a senior from Legacy High School. Hal Presley, a senior from Summit High School.
And the Southeast Tarrant County Male Athlete of the Year,
Jackson Chihon finished his senior season in stellar fashion and is now finally concluding it with Southeast Tarrant County Male Athlete of the Year honors. On the cross-country course, Chihon won his second career district title and finished 10th in the state championship. His track season was even better. He ran a personal best time and meet record in the 800 regional meet race. The senior was undefeated throughout the season in the 800 race until the state meet, where he recovered from a near fall for a third-place finish. He will continue his academic and running career at UT Arlington.
To all the athletes featured in the High School Sports Awards show, from the Big Shaq himself, big pat on the back.
What a great night. We have had so much fun celebrating your accomplishments, and we want to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and role models who have helped these amazing young adults get to where they are today. You're all so important.
Exactly. And to all the athletes, coaches, and winners, congratulations.
Yes.
Until next year, that's a wrap.
Yes.
Some advice I'd give to my high school self would be, don't sweat the small stuff.
I would tell my high school self to take time and enjoy the little things. High school flies by, and before you know it, you will be an adult. So have fun and enjoy the time with your friends and family.
Well, there's a couple things. I think one would to tell myself to be yourself. And a lot of times that's a lot easier said than done, but I know looking back, I was like every other high school kid, trying to figure things out, you know, seeing what your friends are doing, seeing what your family's doing, trying to see where you fit in. And I think a lot of times as kids, you know, we don't have the confidence to just be who we are.
Only surround yourself with people that you respect, that you love you back, that support you. You've got to have positive enforcement in every way around you.
Continue to be a leader and not a follower. Continue to do right things in the community, in schools, around other student athletes.
It's supposed to be fun. Work hard, put everything into it, but make sure that you have joy when you compete. It's not about the outcome, it's about competing with all of your heart for something that you love. The outcome, the results will take care of themselves if you do that. So make sure you have fun with your team, rejoice in each other, rejoice in your talent, and just go for it.
I think I would tell her first and foremost to enjoy the process and have fun and stay present in the moment. And then I would say to challenge herself and to kind of run towards her fears and get uncomfortable. I think that that's where people learn and grow the most, is making mistakes, taking advantage of the mistakes as an opportunity and learning from them.
My advice would be make the most of your high school experience. How you do that, it's about people, it's about relationships.
Be yourself and be a leader before being anything.